All right, happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Um, just kind of had a longish week. Feels like a longish day. Tired. King of Pentacles immediately as I go to shuffle. Kind of one of those like days where it's just dense, a little dense, just going through, trying to get through the week. Slog. It felt a slog is kind of the word that came to mind. It's kind of a sluggish day. So, just wanted to get on here and see what advice maybe we have for the energy. Feels like a lot of chaotic energy right now, honestly. Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, maybe you're feeling like, immediately what came to mind is like you're feeling like you want to be grateful for what you have. But 10 of Cups. But yeah, maybe you're having a hard time seeing the vision. And yeah, there's like some construction or something crazy going on. So I just feel like that just adds to the chaos. But yeah, I feel like maybe you are focusing a little bit on today on like you want to be grateful for dodging a bullet is what I heard. God, that is so frustrating. Like this noise is going to drive me nuts. Yeah, but I feel like you're a little irritated. And I also feel like you missed out on your 10 of Cups, or you're feeling a lack of hope, like where you once maybe were. And you know what I'm noticing is the rainbows in both of these cards. So rainbows may be significant for you, where you once were seeing the miracle and you were holding on to hope of the miracle. Like it's almost like, I wouldn't be surprised if like that I have throat chakra, the Two of Swords or the Eight of Swords comes out in reverse, because it's almost like you're removing the blindfold. And with that, the moon, removing the blindfold with the moon in reverse. How appropriate. It's like you're removing the blindfold, and that's painful. And so you're kind of in this place where you're sitting with the harsh reality of like something you maybe didn't want to believe or accept. And I think it's like trying to hang on, do its best to like hang on. That's too many cards. And I feel like shuffling again. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it. Feel called to. Tower in reverse. I think you're in the wake. It's like kind of like the aftershocks. Like, when a major event comes through, or a major, like a hurricane, a weather event, or something shocking happens in your life, and you have a major tower moment, and then you kind of come down from the nervous system, freak out, right? And then you now are left in the wake, and you're looking around. This is the images I'm getting. And you're looking around and you're like, well, shit, clean up on aisle 8. I don't know how that came through, but time to clean up, time to do some cleaning. You know what I mean? Like time to pick up the pieces. Like we made it through, we survived it. Time to accept where the cookie crumbled. Time to accept the reality. The Star. I feel like you're almost searching for a light. You're searching for a light right now. You're trying to figure out, okay, everything just collapsed around me. Maybe you had like a major ego death, or like you just had some really big realization, maybe that someone was using you this whole time, or that something that you thought was authentic or that you thought was going to happen is just never going to happen. Maybe you're having to sit and accept the fact that like you're done forever, and like that you're just accepting harsh realities, but you have clung to this, like, whatever this narrative is that you've clung to for so long. It was truly becoming part of your day-to-day, your identity, your regular routine. And this could have been for years. You held on and to this like specific light, to this hope. And rainbows again are feeling significant to this idea of miracles, to this, you were in this cycle and this, again, I just keep hearing routine. You were in this routine for so long. You clung to this belief for so long. And now you're like almost looking up like at God, at the universe, say, okay, well, I know that this tower has happened and all these things have been brought to light. God, that, I don't know what that sound is, but it's very annoying. And I feel like that's a sign though, like it's all very irritating. Like you're just irritable. You're irritable. You're irritable because you're like, okay, well, what do I even cling to now? What do I pay attention to now? So let's get some guidance around that. Now that everything has collapsed and you're clearly having to recenter, you're just having to like refocus and find a new North Star. Like, what is that for you? Like, how, I guess, what is it first of all, and then we'll look into like how to recalibrate and what you're recalibrating towards. So let's first do how to recalibrate. Focus on the things that you do want. I actually was told, I can't remember who told me this, but to make a list of all the things that you want and then to take action. So not just making a list of what you would like your life, and this could be like, because I think what's happening here is like maybe this collective, you had this idea, like you had this vision almost, or this like knowing vision, and it was very specific. It was like a very specific star or vision or thought you have for your life, and then it all collapsed. If this is resonating, then this is like your story. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and only like use your discernment as far as like if this is your story. But like the person that I'm reading for, your story was like you had a very specific, you were shown a pathway. You were shown like spiritually, in your head, in your dreams, like you were shown a very clear, specific path of like what was supposed to be in your life, what you thought was going to happen. And it was beautiful, and it was everything you ever wanted, and you were working towards manifesting that. You were focusing on that. You were just so sure in your gut and your soul that this path was going to happen, right? And then recently, and maybe slowly, but recently you've broken up with that idea. You have accepted that's never going to happen. That's, I'm being drawn to the clock. That the clock is, the time is up. The clock was ticking, and the timer went off. The timer went off, and the alarm went off, and the end had to happen. The thing you didn't want to happen had to happen. Like the hourglass just ran out of sand. Like everything, and you had this like really harsh, really painful realization that like what you thought was going to be your 10 of cups wasn't. What you thought you deserved even too, like wasn't. And so now you're left with, okay, well, all the things have been illuminated, all these things are coming to light, but like I was in such a routine of manifesting something very specific that I know now isn't possible or isn't going to happen, that I've closed the door shut on. Where do I go from here? Like, how do I manifest? What do I manifest? And so, yeah, I think, I don't know Alexa, what song is this? No, my number is no. Yeah, I feel like you need to let it go. You need to let it go. Need to let it go. Yeah, I feel like you're telling somebody this, like you've just decided no. You've told somebody that maybe you haven't ever told no. Like you're standing tall and you're like, nope, access denied, denied. That's the meme. I don't know if you've seen that meme, but she's like, denied. I mean, you've closed the door on something, but now you're like, okay, but now what? Like, but I closed the door to go where? What room am I walking into? And I think you need to spend some time getting a lot of visualizations today. You need to spend some time thinking about like what room it is that you're going into and what you want to be in that room. And, you know, not even, and maybe like not even in a specific sense. Because I feel like that's sort of what maybe got you in trouble before, is that you had very specific ideas for what you wanted to, you were very focused on this star, like hyper focused, like blinders on, hyper focused. And so you don't want to do that again, where you focus so much on this outcome and then it doesn't come true. So you're like, I don't even know how to manifest now. So you're like, you know, how do I want to, you know, you want to move towards something and you need a new North Star, but like, how do you manifest without making the same mistake you did about getting hyper specific? I hope this is making sense for whoever it's supposed to reach, without getting hyper specific on what it is, like, because you don't want to trap yourself again. You don't want to trap yourself in a reality that either isn't good enough for you or that isn't going to happen. So I think, I mean, what's immediately coming through is just, instead of manifesting something specific, be vague with your manifestations. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I think about what makes you happy. And also on the flip side, maybe think about the things, maybe you need to spend some time, as much as I know you don't want to ruminate in this negative energy you just finally got out of, but like maybe you need to spend some time thinking about what made you sad, like what the things you don't want. Yeah, because I feel like you were not in your Empress energy. God, the construction is really ridiculous. Like, this is going to be very annoying if it continues. Whatever, I think some sort of a betrayal, whether that was internal or external, happened, and it knocked you out of your Empress energy. And so I think maybe spending some time thinking about, High Priestess, thinking about what that was and how it was capable of blocking your intuition, what the patterns were, what caused you, because you are a very intuitive person, but like it's almost like your intuition got it wrong this time, or it didn't get it wrong, but it was manipulated. I think maybe somebody manipulated you, whether this was like spiritually or in real life. They manipulated this out of you, and they made you question your worth, not only your worth, but like your intuition. And they had you believing in a manifestation that maybe was never going to come to fruition because they weren't willing to do the work. And that like messed with you on a deep level, because now you're like, I don't know. It made you wonder if you could trust yourself. And like, shame on the person that did this. That's despicable behavior to make somebody question their own mind. Like that's abuse. That is abuse. And it's wrong, and it should be called out. And it's sad that like you are now in recovery from this abuse, but I see somebody that is like, you are like, you have decided, I'm no longer taking this abuse. You've shut the door permanently. Like you're done with that. But now you're like, how do I move forward? I don't want to be knocked out of my Empress energy again. I don't want to be betrayed again. I don't want to grieve anymore. I want to run towards my manifestation, but I'm having a hard time even trusting that I can. God, whoever made you feel this way, whichever people made you question, manipulated you to this deep of a level, like despicable. It's despicable. And I really, like, I just heard that song in my head, Praying by Kesha. Like, I hope you're somewhere praying. I hope you're somewhere praying, because it's that level of awful. And so anyway, but enough about that, because like you've already spent enough time ruminating on that and healing from that and dealing with that. Now you're just like, okay, I want to manifest what I really deserve now. Now it's about unblocking your blessings, Six of Cups, and moving on from the past, getting out of this nostalgic energy. Because like, this is crazy. You hear those, like, I don't know if you hear that creaking, but it is like literally the most annoying noise. And now like my back is like starting to ache. It's whoever you were holding space for that was using you and manipulating you is so mother effing uncomfortable right now. I just heard like nails on a chalkboard. Like that's the level of just like uncomfortability that they're facing now, that you've stopped carrying, this for them. And I feel them continuing to like try to literally pull at your back, like to like literally place things on your back. This past does not want you to let it go, but you are the Queen of Pentacles. They almost don't want you to realize like you are the queen. And that's so despicable, because they know the second you realize you can have anything you want, anyone you want, you don't need them. You don't need to do the work for them. You never should have been doing the work for them. You deserve so much better than this one little baby pentacle they were giving you. Like you are not going to put up with bullshit anymore. Like this person is pissed. And it's not just that they're pissed. They're like unfucking comfortable. They're so uncomfortable. Like I can feel it. I'm uncomfortable. I can feel the energy. Because they don't want you. They don't want you to figure this out. Like they don't want you, because like they know they've lost you. They know oh God, this is so gross what I'm channeling. They know they've lost you, but they also know that you haven't fully worked through what's next. And so they feel like their best fucking play right now, sorry for cussing, but it's like, this is infuriating. Their best play right now is to stop you from moving forward, because maybe if you don't move forward, I don't know if it's pick them back up, because I feel like they know that this will never be the same, but like maybe they can morph this into something maybe they can morph this into something different where they still are able to keep you. Gross. God, that noise. It's just like, I'm so irritable. Like this person's irritable because they know they can feel you right on the edge. And they're not healing. They don't want to heal. And you were doing the healing for them. And they know that the time's up on that. But I think they're also like, go easy on me, babe. God, this person I'm channeling is like like, they're just always asking, they're always like acting like they don't have the strength, and they were the victim and they got screwed and they need you to go easy on them, like because you're being, ugh. No, don't go easy on them. Did they go easy on you? Hell no. They didn't go easy on you. Why in the hell should you go easy on them? They didn't care about you or your feelings or what you were going through when you needed them. They didn't give a shit. Why in the hell what did they do to deserve you going easy on them at all? You've been too easy on them. And then with this song coming through, lose control. Yeah, they're losing control over you. And it's real uncomfortable for them. They are literally so uncomfortable. It's like their skin, they're out of their mind, but it's like their skin's crawling. What did he just say? It was like, something about his bones. But yeah, like that description, like that, like tearing the skin off my bones. Like it's that level of just like uncomfortability because they're losing control over you. They're losing control over your manifestation. They lost you first. They lost you first. You cut them off, you detached. Now you're looking around trying to figure out what to manifest next, and they're realizing they're losing they didn't just lose you, they lost, you're breaking my heart, baby. They lost the ability to impact your manifestation, and they also lost the manifestation too. Like they lost their chance at having you manifest them because you're done manifesting them. They lost control over your manifestations. And when I'm with you, I'm an addict. And this person needs some relief. This person was addicted. This person was obsessed with you. And they were trying to avoid doing their healing work by using your power to manifest. It's almost like they thought that you could manifest their pain away. They thought that you could manifest their healing, that you could manifest. They thought that you could do all the work to fix them, but you can't. Not only, well, maybe you could, but you're not going to. God won't allow you to anymore. God's putting a stop to this. God will not allow you to do that anymore. Nope. King of Swords. Because this person was manipulative, and they were harsh, and they were cold, and they were not anything, they weren't healing. They were a user. Justice. Their justice, your justice, it's both. Their justice and your justice is them losing control. Because I have chills. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? Justice for both of you is them losing control, because true justice for them is going to be losing the control they had to get you to manifest their healing for them instead of doing the work, because it's going to require them to do the work, which is what they need to do. And it's justice for you because you're no longer going to be putting so much energy into something that's not reciprocating your work, growth, energy, time. It's justice for both parties because they need this. They need you to cut them the fuck off. Hell, they need you to believe that you can have better than them. They need for you to not just not settle, but they need you to figure out to manifest something else besides them. They do. Like their soul does. Page of Wands. She's like, I'm noticing how she's like looking up at the sky. And I'm also noticing like the circle. Things need to come full circle. Yeah. Things need to come full circle. And you need to throw it to God is what I just heard. It needs to be thrown up in the air to God. Trust is needed. Trusting in God is so needed. It's something that is so important right now. I never ever be the same. I mean, whatever just happened, things will never be the same. Ever. Like whatever this tower was, it changed things forever. Knight of Cups. Yeah, they want to come in and offer you their love, and you can feel that, but they're not. Just do it. Just do it. Like, if you want to come in and bring me flowers and whatever, like, this is you to them, like, do it. Nothing's fucking stopping you. But you're not. So stop pulling on my energy. Put your money where your mouth is what I just heard. Put your fucking money where your mouth is. Stop sending this person, like, this person needs to stop and sending energy to you and not doing anything to back it up. You know, put your money where your mouth is. And that's what you deserve. All right, what else? What else? Let's talk about like what you're manifesting. Let's move on to this new manifestation. Because I can tell you right now, it's never going to be the same. Like whatever you, yeah. You know what? I honestly feel like what I got, I wanted to say balance, but I feel like you're balanced, or you're manifesting somebody that gives more than you. Like at least initially. The devil. Because I feel like the devil has taken so much from you. The devil has taken so much from you that like reciprocal energy right now wouldn't fill you back up. You need it's like you were so depleted and poured for so long that you're not even, like, you need somebody to fill you all the way back up before then you can start to operate in a reciprocal way. So I feel like you're manifesting somebody who maybe is going to overgive to you, you're manifesting overgiving and something that's just going to flow. Like flow is what I heard. Like just a flow, somebody that you're not even going to have to ask or fight or say anything. They're just going to intuitively know, see, and feel that you have been beaten down, abused, hurt, that you are like you aren't half, I'm like seeing a cup, like a physical cup of water. Like your whole cup of water has been poured down the drain and you need somebody to fill up. You're not like halfway. So you can't only accept somebody that's going to have to give halfway and like half. You need somebody that is a pitcher. This is so weird that all these visualizations are coming through. You need literally somebody who is a pitcher of water, who has a whole pitcher to offer, and that can fill up your cup and still have plenty left over to like still be able to drink. And then maybe like everything will balance out. But like for now, you're manifesting somebody who's going to pour into you without you needing to pour into them. And that sounds like, that sounds like selfish, but it's not, because and God knows, and this person knows that that's not how you operate normally, that you are just like, I'm almost seeing somebody who like needs to go to the hospital, like somebody that you need a medic, and like you can't equally take care of somebody when you're like physically hurt. You need time to rest so then you can get back up, heal your heart, and then you guys can start building together. Because I also heard like you've done everything you can on your own. Like rest assured that you've done because yes, you want to be overflowing and like you want to be pouring from a full cup, right? So you have more to offer to somebody else and whatever, but I'm hearing like you have getting to the hospital. This is so weird, all these metaphors are coming through. Getting to the hospital was the best you could do. Like, and just the fact that you because you had to take yourself to the hospital, but you got there. And so that was all you had. It took everything you had just to even get to the hospital. So now you've got nothing left to give. It's not that you're pouring from an empty cup. It's just you've already maxed out your stability. And now I wouldn't be surprised. I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles in my mind's eye. If if that comes out, like you need somebody to collaborate. You need help. You're like, SOS, I need help. 3 of Cups in reverse. Because I think there's been a lot of third parties that have come and taken from you. People have taken and taken and taken and taken from you. And now you need to be restored so you can start to operate in a balanced way again. What else are you manifesting? I mean, I heard you're manifesting clarity, but the reason that this card came out is because you can't even fathom. I think that you can't even fathom. God knows what you want. You can't even fathom what that is. So I guess like the message is to just manifest 8 of Swords in reverse. I think I said that earlier, that I thought this might come out. What was I talking about when I said that? Oh, because you took the blindfold off. So you finally took the blindfolds off and you're coming out of it. But like, you are so disillusioned by the past pain and experience that you've had that you don't even know what you want. Like, it's like, if you've never had chocolate, how would you know that you like chocolate or want chocolate? You've never had it. So I think that the message for you is just to trust God, and things are speeding up. To trust God that things are speeding up. But that, trust, you know what? Trust in God and the universe and whatever spirit to help you manifest things you didn't even know you wanted. Say like, God, show me 2 of Wands. Show me the way forward. Help me experience things I didn't even know that I wanted. I'm going to switch decks. Help me, and this might be my longest reading I've ever done. Help me to understand. Help me to somehow desire something I don't have any context for. Help guide me to desire something I can't even comprehend. I just put like, help me to trust. What else? Let's get some final messages from this other deck. Ooh. A lot of the same cards. Help feed me is what I heard. Like, help keep me fed. A chaotic energy. Emperor. Help. You want a real emperor that feeds you, that provides. Help me. I think you're manifesting a provider and not a material wealth provider. Not somebody that just, not just a King of Pentacles. Not just like somebody that's a hard worker. Not somebody that's just logical, but somebody that's a provider emotionally, mostly emotionally. Like, oh God, there's so many cards. Yeah. Help me manifest walking away from this betrayal and fighting. And help me manifest closing out this cycle is what you want to say. Like, help. Victory. All right, final messages. What else do you need to know? You don't need to push anything up the hill anymore. You're going to be celebrating. For once, this isn't going to be about third parties. This is going to be about celebration. What is the outcome? Let's talk a little bit more about the outcome. You're moving on. You're moving forward to bigger and better things. You're aligning. Just keep working at it. Just keep working at it. Keep chopping that wood. Keep working at it. You are aligning. I know sometimes it may not feel like it, but God is going to put things in your path that you didn't even know you wanted. And I know that's so hard because I feel like you're the kind of person that you also, I feel like to be in control a little bit, you know, like you like the sense of control because you have, you know, had the wool pulled under your eyes or over your eyes so many times that being like controlling feels safe. So it's hard for you. That's why you have such a hard time letting go. But trust that you're capable of letting God help you figure out what you want to manifest. That God will put whatever, like, you don't necessarily have to, you don't got to earn it anymore is what I just heard, but you don't have to control. You don't even have to worry about manifesting is the other thing. Like, you don't even have to worry. You don't have to worry about knowing what to manifest because God already knows. God already knows. God knows your heart. The only thing you have to worry about is staying rigid and steadfast and working really hard at not letting other people use you as a machine to heal themselves. Because again, what we said at the beginning, that does nobody any favors. It doesn't do you any favors. It doesn't do the world any favors. And it certainly doesn't do that person any favors who is trying to pawn off their shit onto you, because they need to do their shit. They need to work through their shit. They need to lose you. So it's okay that you don't know what's coming next. It's okay that you don't have it all figured out. It's okay that you don't know what to manifest. Just stay focused on the things you don't want and avoiding, like, not in that way, because obviously you don't want to, whatever you feed grows. I'm not saying like to think about, you know, the negative. I'm saying focused on avoiding things that you don't want for now, and that'll be enough. That'll be enough. All right, this is a really long reading. If you stuck with me, I love it. I would watch me on 2x speed because these are really long. But yeah, thank you if you stuck with me, and if this helps, I'm really glad, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.